Greetings and salutations, everyone. We're back with more Rogue Trader. And after many literal months, we are out of Chapter 2. That was a long goddamn chapter. That was a long... Oh, hello. I didn't mean for that to do anything. I just clicked on it thinking that it would give you a little lore blurb going like, the view here is really pretty. Nope, we're going to have a little flyby of servo skills. Well, the view isn't actually quite as pretty as I was hoping, but... good enough, I guess. As we get ready to waffle on to new adventures. Oh, hello. Itet, right off the bat, huh? You've been sitting out... Ah, right, you did mention that my pet Xenos was scraping at the walls recently. It's getting a little bit... I don't know. In heat, maybe? How do Eldar... Eldars do get in heat. No, seriously, they do. I remember reading a lore blurb about this ages ago, where apparently Eldar just kind of engage in like year-long periods of mating and coitus to eventually try and create one single child after like 12 years of furious edging, I assume. It's the only way you can get enough sperm out of an Eldar for it to be worth anything. Literally teasing them for half a decade plus. Anyways, Itet. I was just discussing the mating practices of your people. What do you want? Alantak. At last you have left your ornate cage. For many a turn I have sought to meet you, and yet your servants, the one who is like the silvered-haired Adelblad but twice as young, has no favour for the quest of a child of Assyrian. Take me to a place where the hearing of others will not steal the words intended for you. Okay, it's rather sudden, but very well. Into my bedroom you go, Xenos pet. While you were mending the wounds of this world left by the Twisted One's attack, I was able to discover, no, not Crodak's fate, merely traces of it, as Moran found sanctuary under the broths of Lilith... I hate it when you talk like this. The broths of Lilith's forest, so did my other kin, find refuge in a system known as Atlas Reach. We must make a journey there with haste, before new dangers destroy the witnesses who can show me a way to the lost Crodarch, whose fate remains shrouded by stars. Their knowledge is the sole thread that may lead to the truth, Alantak. I ask that your metal-winged ship take me along that thread before it tears under the strain of time and circumstances. Doggy want to walk, I guess? Okay, well. Apparently the pet needs to be walked. You'd think just doing circles in the yard would be enough for it, but no, it has far more grand designs, it seems. Alright, let's see. Krolak's face. Sure, let's go. You will? Thank you, Alantak. If this path indeed takes me to the truth, I will be indebted to you, a rare happening between our kinds. Lovely. Now, please, put the color on. I can't bring you outside like this, wandering around, sniffing things. I feel like getting a bus installed in my home that takes me to the shipyard, rather than needing to walk. Oh no, chat, this stream won't crash, because it wasn't the stream that crashed yesterday in FNAF, it was FNAF. FNAF has a habit of doing that. It doesn't run much, if at all. Oh god, fucking help me. Is it Estrus season for all of you? Shireen, Tarkonis is absolutely fabulous this season, wouldn't you agree? Incidentally, we've been dealing with the aftermath of the Xenos invasion for 3 cycles now, and far be it from me to hint at anything, but the ceremony of your succession has long since passed. Will my Shireen perhaps find the time to visit the certain palace with me? I am worried that should we sail away on another voyage to the stars, I will never obtain my certificate. the Mercatum Tabula Officiale, and neither will my Shireen savor all the benefits a said certificate could offer the Confronting Protectorate. I thought we'd tried that. Alright, off we go. This is the problem with women. They want things. All the time. Constantly. Speaking of wanting things, the current state of the bidding wars put Cassie back in torture device is $46 to yes, and $87 against, so that one's relatively safe. Sex with the Dark Eldar is $19 for some reason, and $77 to sacrifice him to chaos. I don't know who decided. I was like, yes, I quite enjoy watching.
Stand in my way.
Let's have sex with knife ears, actually. And, yes, sacrifice the Space Wolf. That one's doing very, very well, actually. The Space Wolf, sacrifice the Space Wolf is doing worryingly well. In fact, hold on a second here. Emotes. Rats. There. It's doing very, very well. Stay scaled. Very, very well indeed. With $384 in favor of leaving the Space Wolf in his cage to yiff forever in the deepest, darkest depths of the Dark Eldar's dungeons. And $293 towards not allowing that to happen. I'm warming towards warming the space puppy myself, honestly. His Supreme Glorious Greatness, Sir Arch of Terror, Fon Valencius, you have returned. I hope the sacred document I entrusted to you last time has now successfully passed through the approval procedure. Yep. Yes, oh yes, indeed it is perfect. These seals are authentic, so we may continue with the certification procedure. Follow me, please. Good, gentle, honest, democracy, bureaucracy, whatever the hell. Something or other. I can go up there a little bit. I quite like it. I hope you don't expect me to stand in line. Does anyone else see a pair of spinning boobies on that? No? Okay, never mind. It's just me. It's fine, it's okay. That dude just brained himself on the altar. Good. A slow pan around. Bureaucracy. The DMV. Unironically, that is kind of what the administratum is. It's the DMV on absolute steroids. This is your queue, and your ticket number is... hold on. 394. When it's your turn to be seen, the ranking prefect will review your documentation again and sign the official certificate of J. Hidari to possess a Mercatum Tabula Officiale. You will have a bit of a wait, but it will be worth it in the end. Is this some kind of joke? Is this... okay, no. Alright, fair enough. I know I talked last time about how queuing, you know, you should go through the proper procedures, etc. And all of this is true. I maintain this. You plebeians should stand in line with the DMV. I should not. Hardly. In accordance with Decree DA 58, Clause 201, citizens of the capital world of the Finalizing Spectator must submit their petition at one of the assigned windows of the waiting hall. The decree makes no mention of the rogue trader being an exception from this rule. My fucking plasma weapon makes a mention of this being an exception to the rule. Jay, fine. Jay, this is your problem now. Deal with it. Shireen, if that is your will, who am I to defy it? Right. We done? We good? We finished? Did you bug out? Did that wrap? I'm confused.
Victory awaits.
Did something happen? I am very confused. What?
A new challenge for me?
Jay, you stupid woman! Okay, fine. Apparently the video game is of the opinion that I am just going to have to stand here for a while.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Video game. Why are you doing this to me? I'm going to need to find the button. The thing to click. There you go. Night Shroud, $50. Thank you very much, sir. Hail Arch, for Upper Earth. What do you think of Helldivers 2? Also, don't bring Cassia on the mission for Chapter 3. Keep the kitten safe. And if I can bid for more than one per chat, no Dark Eldar relations, instead sacrifice him to Chaos. Of course, why not? Keep safe. Sacrifice him to Chaos. God help him. God help his tiny, tiny little butt cheeks. He will die. An achievement for waiting and not trading tickets. Achievement for waiting. I don't know if I want an achievement waiting. The queue hums with thousands of voices. Someone has rolled out bedding and is settling down to sleep. Fair enough. I wish I'd brought bedding. Someone is playing some bizarre musical instrument. Many are praying. Several highborn petitioners are debating who is here on the most important business. Well, me. You have to admit, the magnificent administrative machinery of the Imperium isn't without its rough edges. But what a thrilling adventure this is turning out to be, Shireen. Ah, thrilling. I've never seen anything like it before, and sometimes it's good to take a break from the constant travelling and to give us all the hot-blooded newcomers a chance to cover themselves in the glory without us in the way. Yeah, audio service repair waiting at it, fitting a rogue trader. Yeah, that one.
I have lost. Shit.
There we go. Better. Still not perfect, but better. You feel the envious eyes of other petitioners upon you, but no one dares to do anything more than stare. Good. Envy makes my dick hard. You know, maybe coming to the DMV can become a bit of a fetish for me. Who knows? Well, I'll count the people in the queue. The people are constantly moving, coming and going, changing places, or simply disappearing from view. On your first attempt, you count 238 petitioners. On your second attempt, you count 244. On your third attempt, the next batch of unlucky souls is ushered into the hall, and you lose count. We shall yawn and scratch and wait patiently. Number 285, proceed to the available window. Throw, take me, what a torturous trial have we let ourselves in for? So much precious time lost, and we've only moved 3 places ahead. This rate will be old and grey before we get out of this queue, Shireen. That is kind of the point, yes. Do you have a better idea? You wound me, Shireen. Jay Hidari always has a better idea. What would you say of making the good folk ahead of us hurry up a little? It's a smidge. The simplest way is to make these lowly subjects bow down before the blinding radiance of our title, Shireen. The second option requires a little more patience. I have already found our first victim. The compassionate citizen who is standing 50 paces ahead of us in the queue. Simply offer the right words to unlock his heart, and he will gladly swap tickets with you. And also, you have the power to solve the problem for some petitioners, removing their need to visit a coveted window. After all, is there anything an ordinary citizen could want that is beyond the power of the conqueror of the stars to grant? You know, that's not a bad idea. I like it when the plebeians ask me for things. Frightening the people does have a certain allure as well, though, I certainly admit. Dress the tender-hearted man. I don't care about that. Open fire on the crowd. Well, video game, I appreciate the option, but that might be a bit strident, don't you think? My good God. No, I like it when frightened people ask me for things. We should solve the problems of the common people. Plus, it'll provide me with distraction. Oh, Exalted One, could today be my lucky day? No longer will I have to stand in this hall waiting day and night for my turn to come, for this kind Lord of House Valencius is a benefactor of the downtrodden, and he has solved my problem. I see. Subtle marketing. Esteemed Lord, take pity on this poor youth. As well, I will give you everything I have, I swear, before the Emperor. Only help solve my problem. Sounds like you'll have a brand new problem at that point, but... Alright, listen. My lord, I've been in this queue for 24 moons already, trying to get a permission slip to wed my fiancée, Zazie. Unfortunately, the servant of the administrator refused to grant it without the signature of a highborn sponsor. Zazie, I presume? Out of my way. Esteemed lord, my 8th offspring has lost his mind. He has decided to renounce his family, his noble title, and his talent as a healer for all the sake of some tattered wife from the mid-levels. A union with the commoner will put an end to his studies at the university. Richard Dargonus in the Officio Medica can be tried of a capable Shurgan because of a passing fancy. Zazie is a healer too. Oh, melodrama, fantastic. She helps the people of the Hive a great deal more than lily-white surgeons with a diploma. I do not want to live a life of idleness of the spire and of Dargonus like you, not when I know there are thousands of fortunate people at lower levels who need my help. High-handed and brutal, I like it. Make your fiancée a lady of the court? Oh, hold on there a second. I don't know who the fuck this is. It could be a... plebeian. Oh, Jesus. No. No. We do not handle our noble titles quite that easily. The lives of commoners holds no value. Correct. When you finish university, you will be qualified to save those who are truly worthy. I have no interest in your little drama. I'll sign the paper if you require a sponsor. I mean, I will trample on the maximum number of rights by doing that, but I will also hand over the ownership of the Dargonus University of Medica to a hopeless romantic fool, who's probably going to get a nagging wife who will abuse him and harangue him and ruin his life, which will in turn make him seek refuge in endless work, turning the blind, naive fool into a cold, calculating, cynical, and extraordinarily efficient administrator. Yes. Nothing quite like a broken marriage to get a man to focus in on his efforts, for it is. What? Yes, of course. That is just what I'll do. Thank you for your generosity, my lord. This is a miracle. Profit factor lost one. Turns out he actually ended up being shit at his job. You have an interesting way of doing business, Shireen. I'll keep that in mind. Trying before, a hunched ragamuffin approaches you. The old man, toothlessly mouth, breathes a purified cloud of air as he speaks. Only they were death for life. You are here to request mortification, so that your organs go to your granddaughter as an inheritance. She will hardly want your worn-out body parts, old-timer. Servitor, disposal. Only now do you notice the tattoo on his right hand, the symbol of the Adeptus Administratum, and several interlocking chains. It seems this old fellow is the property of a prefect of this palace. The granddaughter of this poor wretch was turned into a servitor 16 Dargonus years ago, and after a recent accident she was listed for disposal. Now this old man is volunteering to be spare parts for a soulless tin can. May the Exalted One keep me from such a fate. Nasty. Very nasty. Your sacrifice will mean nothing to a servitor. You do realize this. The pain seemingly splitting his face in two and his salty tears, well, in his time-worn eyes. He gets it. He's hopeless romantic, eh? Servitor Trump's going to release her. I mean, yeah, do you really want to... Do you... Okay, hold on here, old-timer. Excuse-moi, un momento. Do you really want to extend her time as a servitor? I mean, servitors are not doing particularly well, you know? Best case scenario, they don't know what's happening to them. Worst case scenario, she's been stuck in that metal body for 16 fucking years. The cruelty of it does appeal to me a little bit. Then it's time come to release her? Mercy. At least as far as I ever go. As 500 souls have passed time. I mean, it's not like releasing a servitor will do anything. It'll just be a tin box sitting there, constantly trying to scribble down some poor pointless piece of administratum trivia. Interesting, so that is how the ruler of worlds and all stars act in the sky acts when he finds an unfortunate on the edge of his magnificent orbit. I heard you were helping those in need. Well, my family, it is devastated. My life's work, oh, my shop selling rare hats burnt to ashes. Rare hats. I am living out my last years as a widow, alone in a cold, deserted manor without servants, diversions, or delicacies befitting my status. And what you want is a life that is meaningless and full of despair? Perhaps it's time you turn to faith, sister. Yes. Yes. Perhaps it is time you enter a nunnery. Yes. You don't have any diversions, you say? Well, praying from dawn to dusk should be plenty divertive. Why, I think you're right. What I want with a tumble-down manor house full of rats and a depressing view from the window. My whole life I've dreamt of interplanetary travel, a pilgrimage, that is it. I'll sell the house and what's left of the shop, and I'll buy a one-way ticket, and Emperor willing, I will die happy before my savings run out. Not quite what I intended, but sure, that works too. Well, that was amusing. I paid off the last few onlockers who were willing to give up the place. It's a pity they aren't also amendable. Day inspects the ticket she now holds and nods with satisfaction. We move forward considerably in the queue, Shireen, but you aren't ready to stop there, are you? Sister Argenta, for instance, she could engage these people in a prayer, or tell a story about some saint or other in exchange for their queue tickets. Sounds an interesting bribe. These people will be amazed if you show them your tamed Xenos. They'll drop everything they're holding, including their tickets, and come to goggle at her, I guarantee it. You can also ask Adira to use her talents. Sounds like though, no, that could be more disastrous than a suddenly erupting volcano, Shireen. Forget it. Alright. Come on, come on. See the remarkable Xenos pet of the House Valencia's dynasty. Don't step too close. She does bite. Irrelevant. You know how you're constantly saying that you're not my Xenos pet monkey? Well, let's put that to the test, shall we? Lantak, I will do this, but only because you helped me leave Giannis. If any monkey tries to touch me, I will end them as ruthlessly as one uproots a weed. Well, so long as they get out of queue, I guess. I get a load of that freak. Okay, I'm beginning to enjoy this side quest. Jay snatches their queue tickets. Kamashaun Brush Kurdu. Such humiliation for a child of Assyrian to be nothing but a beast for a monkey to gawp at. Yes, I did quite enjoy that. Look at this way. My pointy-eared and elegant Xeno friend, you have gained more intimate knowledge of the Imperium's culture, and I have got us tickets that put us a few places ahead in the queue. I didn't steal it, I simply swapped it with ours when no one was looking. We moved forward considerably in the queue, Shireen, but you aren't ready to stop there, are you? Not at all. Sister Argenta, it's time to lead the faithful in prayer. You were thinking about it as well? Words of faith can heal any wound, even those that bleed naught but doubt. I will help these people. Ben donates $5. Thank you very much, sir. Would it be possible to take a servitor that's mind has reawakened and replace its crude bionics with quality ones to allow them to be human again? Probably not, as even with their minds reawakened to a degree, they'd still basically be vegetables. You know, vegetables with slightly enhanced capabilities, but you know, basically drooling retards at best. As they say on Efreet, there is no star more coveted than that which points to the Exalted One. These were given to me in thanks by the poor souls who decide to abandon their vigil in this palace of the law and return to their worldly matters. We move forward considerably in the queue, Shireen, but you aren't ready to stop there, are you? Idira, go ahead. Of course, lad captain, let's go to poke around in those empty little heads. Right, let's see if somebody explodes. That. And you, the one who grasped, thought you could get away with shopping my mother, did you? Oh, okay. Well, that's one step forward. So, Lord Captain, things didn't go exactly as planned. Not at all, light of my soul. You've done exceptionally well, as always. The dead do not need tickets, do they? They do not. We move forward considerably in the queue, Shireen, but you aren't ready to stop there, are you? Oh, God. We're getting towards opening fire. Whatever you're thinking. Go on, why not? All is fair in love and bureaucracy. Ah, moving people over to new queues, is she? Now that's just vile and disgusting. That'll not only put them back in the end of the queue, it'll place them in an entirely different queue for no reason. Very, very filthy. God, terrible. That went faster than I expected. We had a little bit of a wait, of course, but at times it was actually fun. One last seal, one more certificate, and you'll be looking at official trade representative J. Hidari. What are you waiting for, Shireen? Let's go. We have another couple of hours with the certificate officer to get through. Right. Excuse me un momento. There we are. Unironically, all of that bureaucratic cock-teasing. I'm getting weirdly hungry in a way. No. I'm going to eat a bun whilst I do this. I don't know why. Perhaps bureaucratic abuse is a brand new interest of mine. The certificate officer leans over the document, his smoothly shaven head gleaming. His augmented ocular eyes whir as the lenses zoom in and out. With a quiet scratching sound, the cogita quill that serves in place for the officer's fingers make a knock on a fine sheet of paper. I didn't think this through. I'm sitting here like some kind of fucking hamster now. Shut up, chat. I just fucking saw. You little bitches. It's raining in the pantry, isn't it? Says Life to Haiku. You will. Ah, God. I would ban you, but my hand is too full of bun. The document is hereby certified. Return to the Master of Seals in order to proceed, and may his light and wisdom guard you. Next. Thank you.
It's about time.
Where was that again? Oh, up here.
Follow my lead!
The Temple of Law and Order greets you, His Supreme Glorious Greatness, Sir Arch of Terror, von Florentius. You have returned with all the necessary paperwork, I presume? Indeed I have. Yes, your lordship. So the law dictates. Your lordship. It is not to serve the dark trader. Please allow me to look at your document. I'm sorry. There we go. The certification officer leans over the documents. He's smoothly shaven head. This is delicious, by the way. This is just the exactly the right bun. The raisins aren't too squishy in it. They're just right. His augmented ocular eyes whir as the lens zoom in and out. With quiet scratching sounds, the codgetic quills that serve in place of the officer's fingers make a note on the fine sheet of paper. O Exalted One, Master of Mankind and Galactic Sovereign, please be merciful. The document is hereby certified. Turn to the Master of Seals in order to proceed, and may his light and wisdom guard you. Next.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
So far, so good. Here. Wonderful. The Emperor blessed you with a patience greater than that are proportioned to ordinary mortals. Allow me to verify the authenticity of your documents for the final time. Yes, confirmed. Everything is in order, and this one, the seal is smudged slightly. Boy, Scorpion, scratch out my eyes, now what? Well, that came out of nowhere. I suppose I can overlook it. Given that the rest has been certified correctly and promptly, congratulations, J. Hidari. You are now the holder of a Mercatum Tabula Officiale. Do not forget to repeat the certification process every 110 cycles. Uphold the law of the Imperium proudly and honorably in the worlds of the Corona's expanse. And one more thing. Loss of the certificate is a grievous transgression, Mr. Hidari. Lose the original document, and you will be unable to regain your status as an official trade representative, not even with the rogue trader's endorsements. Yes, esteemed Damar. Give me the certificate already, come on. Praise the Exalted One, who saw me through all these trials, Shireen. This is something to tell the grandchildren about, how a humble mortal became a trade representative of the Imperium. Let's not bother the Damar any longer, Shireen. Why don't we discuss our next steps on the ship? Why don't we?
Victory awaits!
It'll give me an opportunity to swallow. Shut up, chat. Wait, a knife? No. Oh, the dude who got stabbed. I remember now. I remember. Intermittent fasting by Dev, says Rock. Fills entire pig trough with cake. If I can eat it within an hour, I'm technically dieting. That sounds a lot like Dev. Right. Where did you need me to go? I think the Eldar had some thoughts. Where did you want me to go? Up there? Well, it looks like there's a new... Well, never mind. No, chat. Dev doesn't poop whilst eating the food. He poops immediately after eating the food. Which is indeed an indication that you might be putting a bit too much into you. Oh, Itet, mercy. I just got one more bite. Calm down, Itet. Sit down. Relax. Elanchak, I finally found you in this dwelling. Itet comes closer and gives me some kind of weirdo deaf people hand sign. This symbol has many meanings, in which case it's pointless. Humility, grief, loss, shame, regret. I hope that you will accept them all, because I am sorry for what happened to your world and to your subjects, to your palace, and for what my kin did to them. Well, there you go, upon saying. It's not their fault, I hope. My words will not heal the wounds nor bring back the fallen, and they will not restore your protectorate. However... Yes? Look, Lantak. The gaze of a child of Asurin can penetrate deeper than a monkey's, and I can see all the heaviness that has accumulated in your soul during our travels. I see it in your gestures, in the tilt of your head, in the change in your scent. Erlen... Are we going to have to talk about you sniffing me? Because, on the one hand, I find that mildly hot. On the other, I find it mildly disturbing. And the two are kind of at war with one another. I will help you to cast off this burden and cleanse your soul and mind of worry. And how exactly are you going to do that? It is difficult to describe, Alantak. But your soul shines bright and your mind is strong enough for you to be able to immerse yourself in your own mind and cleanse it of unnecessary cares. I'm still not sure that your species is capable of such a thing, but it's worth a try. If nothing comes out of it, then the only thing you will lose is a small fraction of your time. And I will be your guide on this journey. I will help you to enter the meditative state, to get to know yourself. Of course, that is, if you let me. Immersing yourself in your soul is a deeply intimate process, but you will not be able to do it without me. And I promise you, Alantak, that I will not judge you, your world, or anything that takes place inside it. We will see only what you want to see. Alright, Itet offers to take a deep dive into Archer's mind as he starts to wonder about her sniffing him. I'm sure nothing, unfortunately, will come from this. Very well, Itet. Let's have some brain fun, shall we? Then we need to find a suitable place, somewhere quiet and serene. I swear to God, if you... Okay, well, it's not my bedroom, it's just the sex pool, where my predecessor had massive orgies with young nubile boys. Well, I suppose it's the superior alternative. Uh-huh. May I,
A new challenge for me?
move? Apparently, yes. Ah, Cassia.
I
In the
won't
bedroom.
tolerate weakness.
Exactly where she's supposed to be. Good. Dispel your loneliness. I don't really have any opportunity to be all that lonely.
It's about time.
What, unsurety? Nah, I'm not unsure either. Even if they did hate me, I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh my god, I'm so worried that my inferiors hate me.
I'll lay claim
What are they
to the
whispering
stars.
behind my back? Oh, I don't care. They are slaves to my desires, and that is all they are, and that is all they shall remain. The best Lord Captain I have.
Victory awaits.
See, you seem to think me a
We
far
shall
more
prevail.
pussified human than I am, Itet. A far more pussified human, in fact. Like, oh,
A new
human, you have all
challenge
of
for
these
me.
retarded worries. Why? Contrag? Oh, have you already forgotten me? Yeah, sorta, to be fair. I mean, the script kinda did write your ass out, so, meh.
None shall stand
And I
in my
friend
way.
or foe? Well, according to the official guide, you're a romanceable companion, so... Friend, of the more strident variety. Now, why isn't Cassia there?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Cinnamon bun kitten. Alright, are we done? Are my inner thoughts and fears and depravities been
I'll lay claim to the stars.
suitably banished? I feel like this is more Itet's projection rather than my real inner thought, but... Oh well, projection is fun too.
It's about time.
Accept your fears. Oh, there we go. I hadn't accepted my
A
fears
new
yet.
challenge for me?
Huh? Oh. Okay.
Follow my lead.
Demons, Eldar, Chaos Heretics.
None shall stand in my way.
Unnecessary burden. Ah. I think worrying about the invasion of chaos-born heretics and monsters and shit is fairly reasonable. What is this, monkey? Surprise, the fidge become even sharper as she stared in confusion at the ghostly figure. She does nothing but steal and glance at you, then at the figure again, as if she's waiting for something. Ghostly figure. Strange feeling envelops your body. You feel yourself become lighter than air, and inside your mind, your thoughts are racing at an incredible speed. You're not yet aware that you are looking through the eyes of your ghostly echo, and observing from afar all at the same time. The inner world changes in the force of your will, and you can now control your own echo. You can now do something that you would not dare to do in the real world. Make your echo touch Itet's hands. Make your echo kiss Itet. Make your echo embrace Itet. Oh boy. I see why she was worried now. Itet sees herself there, realizes that this is the deepest desires. Itet suddenly fears that it's about to be rape o'clock. 2, go full Slaneshi. Okay, well, this sounds like an engage with your audience moment right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Is this rape play 2? God, I remember when rape play was incredibly controversial. So, rape play, in case you're unaware, was a Japanese video game where you played as a molester on a train. And it was a very obviously just like a porn simulator, basically. It was super goddamn crude, super goddamn basic. Like the ancient ancestor of, like, koikatsus of today, right? And it came out and it was stupidly controversial. Like, everyone was like, oh my god, what is this? People will suddenly start raping each other on trains for no goddamn reason. Like, this was during the era of conservative Christianity, and people came out against it. It's like, oh my god, what is this filthy fetishization? Japan must be burned with a third nuclear barrage. And it came out, and nothing happened whatsoever. Nothing at all. It did not register in society in the slightest. And everyone just forgot about it. Because it turns out that it was just a goddamn crude-ass hentai video game. That was all. It was mildly edgy for all of 5 minutes before fading from perception. The moral panic of then is no more dangerous than the moral panic of today, but the current year moral panelists, panelizing, panicking, are significantly more verbose and influential, unfortunately, to all of us. Wait. Did I just see the... Is the bug icon still there? No. Right. Number 2 is in the lead by 6%. Okay. That's a decent lead. Make your echo steal Irlet's lips, pushing my tongue into her waiting mouth. Oh, Okay, hold on. I gotta know. How much of a meal do I want to make out of this? I was tempted to go over to ChatGPT and ask it to describe the most filthy, just depraved, debauched, filthyfyingest smooch ever. I suppose I'll let Itet off with a warning this time. Itet stares in horror. When your soul's echoes touches the ghostly skin of the Eldari, the real Itet recoils in horror. I was playing it up. Really? Really? Horror? Horror? That's a bit much. Itet, come on now. Come on. Although that is the reaction that I wished more people would have to bestiality, but... So these are the dormant desires lurking in the depths of your soul, monkey? I promise not to judge you for this. I love that. It's like, no matter what horrible things you show me, I won't judge. Shows her a kiss. Oh, ooh. Starts vomiting violently in the corner. Projectile vomiting, hurling, screaming. This is too much. Jesus, woman, you act as if you saw the deepest, darkest confines of Warsh's hentai folder. Calm down. Yes, Funbro in the chat has got it perfectly. This is the exact meaning of those words. A woman looks at you and goes, I promise, honey, I won't judge you. No matter what you show me in your secret drawer, I won't judge. 3, 2, 1. Judging. I am enjoying these side quests so far. Monkey! Just bursts out immediately. Your head is spinning from the sudden awakening and you feel nausea creeping up in your throat, but all of that is overshadowed by the angry emerald staring at you. Monkey! Monkey! They needed like a whole line of exclamation marks after that. Like, monkey! Itet words are akin to the lashes of an enraged whip. After all the warnings and conversations we had, you decide to show me your lowly nature. And at the exact moment when I was helping to ease the burden of your soul, she shakes her head in disappointment. Sometimes I wonder, can we ever come to fully understand each other? But your actions in the depth of your soul has shown how different we are. Enough, Ilantak. Do not try to reach inside my soul ever again. Its doors are tightly closed to you from now on. But baby, it's just a little bit of bondage. Oh wow, she teleported out. Jesus, that was a bit harsh, don't you think, Itet? Come on now. Come on now. Women! Like, I won't judge you, honey. That's when you know a woman is really doing some serious, heavy-duty, hard-lifting judgment in her mind. When those words escapes her lips, you best kick her out of the house immediately, because she's about to betray you in the most horrific way you can possibly imagine. El hito des delito. That was still pretty funny. I did enjoy that. Wait. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Loading screen. I wish these would update. Itet, a brave and worthy Eldar companion. I wonder how her opinions on humans will change when she sees humanity for what it is. Update a little bit later. Itet is thoroughly disgusted at the very idea of humanity. She has grown to harbor supremacist beliefs and has begun to plan a mass holocaust of all monkey. Why did this happen? Well, the rogue trader showed her a truly filthy and depraved part of his mind. Worse even than hand-holding. Oh, quick save. I wouldn't want to go through all of that again. Plasteel, I don't care. The plasteel is irrelevant to me. Adamantine. Yeah, I've got like 2 of those, so we'll get those. More plasteel, goddamn useless. Hulk. Xenos artifacts, but I don't have an extractum. Charred ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building, material layout, and passages betray their Xenos origin. There are currently no sign of Xeno activity on the planet, and the ruins seem to be abandoned. Alright, check it out. The burnt husks of an Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The piled remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the buildings at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. We'll throw Argenta a bone there. Hundreds of crew members disembark to honor the nameless hero, while many more remain on board to listen to a vox cast of the liturgy in the somber gloom of the decks. Even though the pilot's name is unknown, their sacrifice will be remembered in the heart of the Imperium's true children. How very touchy-watchy. Ben says chat paid for her romance. Do it again. Oh, you can't romance Itet. They paid for her being a companion.
The question.
Rather than abandoning her. You can't romance Itet. The best you can do is, I think, hold her hands. I think she'll barely accept that, but there's no romance for Itet, tragically. Now, if I fuck up one for Cinnamon Bun Kitten, then we'll have to redo it. A vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is empowered and shows no chance of being crewed. Alright, boarding shuttle. The squad boards the vessel without issue. Corrosion has laid waste to the ship's system, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Eldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, mainly the crew of the now defunct ship. The Xenos Itet claims to have recognized the symbol on the dead Aldari's clothes. They were civilian refugees from the craft world Crudarch. Alrighty then. All we've got then is a bit of fleet-on-fleet combat, a bit of fleet-on-fleet action. Not Alfarius.
Vessel's bulkheads will hold strong.
Not Alfarius says, as the corpulent rogue trader cups the Eldar's cheeks with his greasy Cheeto-covered fingers, the Eldar recoils in horror. The rogue trader knew this was the beginning of a beautiful relationship. Ah, Itet, you will look very good in chains. Which she probably would. She probably actually would look quite fetching in chains. It is time to introduce you into my dungeons. Exactly like that. Then he starts just jangling the chains in front of her, gently like ching 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 ching. I see a tremendous amount of promise in such a scenario. I really do. Right, well, we're gonna have to do pretty hard turn here. A swinging run. No, that won't give an embargo by it.
The time has come.
Partial move. See if I can shoot it with the lances.
This one's going down.
Should probably have done that before.
Fire the lance batteries. Lay in
Second
the course.
miss. God dang it. Well, at least
Leave
it's out
the
of those
strewn across the stars.
dumb little things now.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
How about little boarding party? Magwald 11, hail the supreme glorious greatness, Sir Arch of Terror, our Lord and Savior. Where is the furry wolf marine yaoi hentai? Woof, 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 question mark. Well, you could reach me over there, you little bastards. Oh, no yaoi hentai, only sacrifices so far. Really? Both of them? I would have strengthened my ass shields if I knew that they had that kind of range. Just a little sacrifice so far.
I have lost.
Just a little sacrifice. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's beautiful. I think it's great. The space wolf will suffer. And he will not even understand why he is suffering. But that too is fine. Alright, well, at least I'll get to pay them back, I guess. Gosh darn it.
Bleed them. Macro cannons.
Getting hit by both of those torpedoes was kind of nasty. Didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. Close, but no cigar. Damn it. I don't think I can get out of the way of those either, because they kind of moved in on both sides of me. I'll try to outrun it, I guess. Can I reload anything? I can. That'll finish that off. Nice.
Right now!
Target destruction confirmed. Praise the Omnissiah.
And we'll double our arse shields for the nigh inevitable pounding. Yeah, those things have way too much range for my liking. God damn it. Yeah, there was no real getting out of that. I'm probably gonna have to restart this. It looks like 4 salvo of torpedoes coming from 2 perfect directions. Maybe if I'd charged just straight down one of them, I guess. At least then I would have taken fewer torpedoes, I suppose. Right, still not dead yet. Not a great angle,
Fire
but
the lance batteries.
a bit of luck. Nope. Damn it.
Torpedoes locked.
Grumble, grumble. And hopefully their weapons fired is kind of shit. Laifu Haiku says, I'm going to use my precious milestone to ask Arch, can Roxy into Space Wolf? Space Wolf Roxy. Oh, God. More torpedoes? Jesus. This is a very nasty little encounter, isn't it? Not for the moment, I don't think we can have a Space Wolf Roxy, but perhaps at some point. I'll blow that up, and depending on how good those things turn, I might still have a chance. Guess we're gonna find out.
Another salvo!
I miss a lot, I feel like.
This one's going down.
I suppose that's kind of the point of their silly little cloaking fields, but still. Right, fortify. Ass armor. Basically, if those can turn closely enough, then I'm probably bound. No, they're not that maneuverable. Good.
Voidsmen, find your courage!
In that case, I might still have a chance. Although that hurt more than it should have, considering I even managed to reinforce my shields against that, and it kind of just didn't fucking help, did it? Right, well, you're almost dead, so that'll probably finish you. Yes, it will. If only I could get that fucking thing.
Annihilate them! Onward!
I'm probably better off just leaving for the moment and then using my superior range with the lances to get it after rebooting my shields. As... I mean, surely that doesn't have range now, I'm
For the
hoping.
glory of the Imperium!
I guess we'll fucking see. Those things do have some really ridiculous range. No, good. Ah yes, I should just have released a Helldivers 2 video, actually. If you're interested, as they're doing something I'm very interested in. Helldivers 2 is currently very popular, as I'm sure everyone here knows. And like all very popular things, that also means that it is going to receive a lot of attention. Swing run. Do that. Turn us around. And if I move 2 squares forward... which I have to regardless, actually.
Time has come!
Alright, reinforce forward shields. I can't reach it even if I do that, which is unfortunate. Does... oh, boarding party has a lot of range, right? Whee! And like all popular things, it is thus becoming a target for subversion by the usual customers, of course. But what I find very interesting is their response to it. So... Helldivers 2, there was a message that there was a rumor I saw actually the other day. It said that Helldivers 2 had banned someone from their Discord for saying that, what was it? Somebody had said they wanted an LGBTQ flag or cape in the game. And somebody had said, no, please don't add that, it's just going to be the gay agenda again, basically. It's what he said. And he had been banned for saying that. Which I was like, okay, right, I don't like that. That's starting to sound like the Helldivers devs are probably woke. They just happened to make a good game out of sheer unadulterated accident. But it has now come out that they have also banned people who... oh god, just didn't... let's see, is this gonna... that's actually telling me which side it goes on now, nice. That they also banned somebody for asking for LGBTQ flags in-game as well.
Our technological superiority was obvious.
I lived. Which is very interesting, because that makes it seem as if what they're actually doing is simply just saying, no, 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 we're not going to have any politics in the game whatsoever. We're not going to tolerate any mention of it. We're not going to tolerate any pro-LGBTQ. We're not going to tolerate any anti-LGBTQ. And you know what? That is probably the exact correct way to do it. Because right now, you are not going to be able to appease either party. Or both parties, more correctly. If you try to appease the left, you will piss off the right. And the right is currently in the absolute resurgence and the ascension. You don't want to piss them off right now. Particularly not with a game as popular as Helldivers 2, which probably has a fairly right-wing appeal, shall we say. And at the same time, you can't take the right-wing aside, because if you do, then the left-wing, which still control the institutions and the levers of power and the mainstream media, will go after you instead. So the best solution is to tell both sides to shut the fuck up. Lord Captain, according to our telemetry, we have arrived at the coordinates you specified. The augurs do not register any activity on the surface of the local planet, biological or otherwise, but maybe the Xenos are using their arcane technology to conceal their presence. Despite this, the augur crew managed to locate a faint signal at the system's edge. According to their data, it is coming from an unidentified vessel drifting in the orbit of a local gas giant. My kin could have been faced with a new threat. Scavengers like pirates or something worse, if they were taken prisoner. I am begging you, Alantak, let us go to the shuttle. I can feel that the thread of fate has frayed and is about to snap. I cannot miss what may be the only chance to solve the mystery behind the disappearance of my home. The obese road trader leans in, making sure his fingers are properly coated in grease and salt and Cheeto dust, before reaching up to gently stroke the Eldar's little cheeky cheeks and whisper, "You know the price, my dear. What will you sacrifice for your people?" Oh my God. I would unironically love the answer to that. I would love the answer to that. What wins out? What wins out in the Eldar mind? Saving their people, their kinsmen, rescuing God only knows how many lives, keeping them safe and protected, letting them live another day to keep the lineage of the Eldar alive, or a big, fat, 200-pound road trader plapping them for hours. What is worth the most to an Eldar? I genuinely kind of want to know. Lord Captain, there is an unusual cluster of binary asteroids before us, rich in rare metals and valuable minerals. They are moving in a fairly stable orbit, which suggests the possibility of constructing a mining station inside the drift. Alright, fascinating. Do you have anything else to tell me?
Lost.
No? Oh, okay. No, that was all, Lord Captain. I just found it weirdly fascinating, that's all. Okay. Robert Wadsworth, $50. Thank you very much, man. Hello, Art. Sorry to miss the first hour and 10. So, sacrifice the Dark Eldar, 15 to save Cassia, and 10.25 to make Space Wolf suffer. Very well. Roughly. Boom, boom. Updating all of the cute things. Also, Robert Wadsworth was one who received the free rat brick for his significant contribution to Archer's war chest by making the Space Wolf suffer. Now, normally, making the Space Wolf suffer in and of itself might not be a good thing, but considering it pats Archer's pastry fun, he actually quite enjoys it this time around. Turned out quite well, I think. Illat, Idira, Argenta, Cassia, and Jay. Sure, that's all the usual paid-for members. Chartist vessel. Let's see if we finally find some of Irelitz's kinsmen, or whether or not this will be another tomb. Intimidated officer. I see. Your lordship, road trader, what brings you to a humble ship? Stop shivering like a leaf in the wind, monkey. Answer me, have you seen others like me in the system? If you have, tell me where, when, and under what circumstance your path crossed and diverged afterwards. The officer's eyes widens at the sight of Itet. His face grows even paler than before, and his lips move in a wordless prayer, unable to utter a word in response. A whirlwind of orange and blue torments their souls. Can you not feel its gusts in the aura all around us? Its hues are terrifying indeed. What did you just say, rogue trader? How would a mere officer know who is standing in front of him? Red, where are you going? Where are you going? There's no path. You only think that there is. You only think. Red. Red? How do you know that I am a rogue trader? There's no path, Red. There's only march underneath it. Rings. Black dragon rings. Encircling the broken, yet you're encircling... Okay, my pet psycho is acting weird. That's usually a bad thing. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh my. What a sneaky, filthy little trap.
You monkey never learn. I'm beginning to think that your kind is eager to step into our snares.
Man, if I only brought security details on these random expeditions of mine. You gasp, sucking in the poison air, each breath scorching your insides with liquid fire from throat to lungs. Every cell in your body is engulfed in maddening pain, as if you are being doused in molten metal. Skinned alive and subject to yet another form of torture, you hear sounds coming from somewhere far away. The moans of your people, the shuffling of bare feet, and light footsteps slowly getting closer. Couldn't be one of the voice actors, could you? Rogue trader, a long-awaited meeting indeed. No, what have you done? You! What have you done, Itet? You were the one who's like, how, rogue trader, we should hurry over here. My people, rogue trader. I reach up a single Cheeto-covered hand. I only wish to plap your kin. Are you dissatisfied, my kin? I promised that you would have your precious craft world survivors, and so you will. I will take you to them. I might even be there to witness your jubilant reunion. Bring in the injectors. The monkey, I promise to Tervantares are among them. I do not want these wretches to move an inch until they are in the hands of the Machinator. As for you, you will have your share of paralyzing dreams too, but I am going to keep you. You are far too precious to be surrendered to a madman playing with fire. Negotiate with me. You will rue crossing me again. Yes, that one. You disappoint me, monkey. I have heard the pleas of millions and the curses of billions. You can do better. Skip that one. Are you enjoying the sensation? I had the poison made for you. Who could have thought that a monkey would earn such an honor? A special gift from a draken. But you're suffering. I knew the taste would be exquisite when I tried a touch of the Ducati's talent for extracting anguish. However, there will be time for that later. No matter how I wish to play with you, all one after another, I need you for a purpose, rogue trader. Commodore awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them. Leave none behind. And just to point it out in case they decide to just leave one for shits and giggles. Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness and nightmares, as if someone's powerful hand reached into its depths and brought you into the light. In the dark room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping apart the veil of pain and revealing features that look familiar to you. You're awake, monkey. Our toxin masters spared no efforts to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the nightmare weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time to work for the god of the Cabal. Good of the Cabal, Retread. I was wondering, you have gods? What do you want from me? Only the truth, monkey. So very simple, is it not? A little honesty before the powers that be. I have the tools to extract the most coveted mysteries from the deepest recesses of your mind. But I am not interested in your personal secrets. I only want that which will protect my Cabal. All right. Well, may you sit unkindly upon a cast iron dildo, sir. It looks like you have quite a taste for pain, monkey. Have it your way then. Resist the inevitable and know a new facet of suffering. The Dsicord gesture to one of the shadows near you, and your head is forced backwards. Much I bring the hand holding the strange object close to you, you manage to make out translucent, glossy skin, bluish, pulsating organs beneath, and a little head with serrated jaws before the Dsicord push the lava into your face. We are playing Baldur's Gate 3 all of a sudden. Damn. Carousal test? Really? Carousal? Really? Carousal. Okay, well, much pain and suffering, I'm sure. Oh, Adelblad, if only I'd taken drinking lessons from you, I would have been able to resist the slug burrowing into my brain.
Rogue trader von Valancius.
Oh no, it's my boat. But it's covered in dirt and filth and shit. Disgusting. Video game is like, we've got a story for you. Don't care.
It's about time.
I don't want to be here.
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind.
I didn't covert with the Xenos. She wouldn't let me, goddammit. I tried.
The tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
And here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. If the presented evidence was not enough to convince you, his testimony will conclude this confusing case full of oath-breaking lies and heresy. Theodora, you dragged this boy into this trial, now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, Interrogator Fan Calox. I was so very wrong. Enough. Let him speak. The sooner this business is included, the better. Then let's continue. Shielded by the powers of the warrant of trade, guaranteed by the Imperium, Theodora von Valancius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, and went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with the Xenos, serving them as a puppet and rejecting the God Emperor, blessed light, for the sake of this heretical desire and base profit? It wasn't for profit I brought her aboard. You must understand, my boy. You can bounce quarters of that filthy Xenos ass. Wait, something is wrong. This seems weird. I don't remember my bridge being this filthy. I plead guilty. Okay, well, that was quick. Ben says Cassie stays in torture device. $5. Alright, I will add that to it as well. Thank you very much for your donation. It was amusing, but the joke has outstayed its welcome. Ooh. It's painfully obvious this heretic is dancing to your tune. His word against mine. You had lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Henrix.
Service guarantee.
You know what you dare, Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. There was not much evidence to collect, but the mere fact the rogue trader inevitably ended up in the right place where the Dsicord attacked his world and merchant vessels, even sometimes late, is the best proof that he was collaborating with other Xenos. Who else could provide detailed information about the Cabal's future movements and raiding targets? Submit to the illusion. No, no, no. Indeed. What do you think he's talking about? He's obviously trying to disrupt the trial, His Supreme Glorious Greatness Sir Arch of Terror. I suggest you watch your tongue and behave yourself. I like that they're still giving me my full title, though. And perhaps, only perhaps, it will be enough to preserve your miserable life. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the Fonflenses dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging war against the Drukhari this entire time. Except, was there really a war? Or was it another carefully staged performance? Allow me to explain what actually happened. His Supreme Glorious Greatness, Sir Arch of Terror, Fonfalencius personally invited the Drukhari to his worlds, and then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the expanse to gain leverage over his rivals. It's very convenient to play the victim while working with those who robbed your neighbors blind and terrify the worlds that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this rogue trader? Do you think I would not uncover your pathetic conspiracies? You served the Drukhari. You did their bidding. They helped you survive. Without your Drukhari masters, you would be dead. I don't know about this. I'm going to keep going with the willpower one. I am being a good boy. I failed at 50-50 once, and I succeeded once. Are you really saying your war with the Drukhari was not a hoax? Then how did you and your foolish subjects know the coordinates of the enemy ships every time? You're one of them, Hendrix, you little tart. How did you know their targets? Do you think your expert on all things Xenos was shrewd enough to divine the careful devised plan of the Cabal's finest? No, only another Drukhari could do that, and even then, only few. This means you were in collusion with them. Bull-headed stubbornness does not benefit a man of your pedigree, rogue trader, but since you have decided to deny everything, I will summon another witness. I am sure everyone will find it interesting to explore this sordid story from another angle. Ah, the pet. If the court so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the rogue trader's chambers. An entire craft world vanished among the stars. The only clue to his fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That was when I began to suspect that he had something to do with the misfortune that had befallen my Cruddark. Do not be deceived by his breed. There is cunning predator lurking behind the flutterings of fragile butterfly wings. The monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities not usually inherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures, secret of the universe, an ancient artifact, the fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit, all are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement in the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker, who has pursued our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish, you helped him disappear. I say he had only himself to blame. An agent who cannot recognize an impending threat is useless. The court has been presented with enough evidence, and I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the Fonfalencius dynasty. But let us allow the rogue trader to say his final word. We're all curious to know what you may have gleaned from this inquiry. Mercy? It's a vicious lie, yes. Spurious slander. The rogue trader is obviously stunned by the realization Theodora has been using him this entire time to impede me. Enough! At least they let me keep all of my clothes. That's very nice of them. How will I get out of this one? That's a good question, actually. I don't know. After the spell is lifted, staggering pain pierces your body. Darkness clouds your vision, and nausea creeps up your throat. But the wounds you manage to forget soon remind you that you are still alive. Archon Nazrake. Marazai Aeziranish Drakon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. First blade to Lady Iremeres, Eviscerator of Ilidros, Blaze of the Barkag, Kingdom and Slayer of Croucius the Pale. How dare you come before the Council of Archons of the Dark City with this lesser creature? Female Drukhari? Oof. The Xenos looks menacing, and not at all appealing. Itet absorbs every word, occasionally winching in pain, covering her weeping wounds. Her posture and gesture are full of tension, like prey cornered by a pack of predators. Itet shrinks under the hungry stares of those around her. Listen. With the greatest respect, mighty Nazrakai, Archon of the Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of the Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of 100 worlds, yada 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 yada. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes, Drakon Marazai, and no longer wishes to. Oh. Okay. Is that a Harlequin? Right, this is going to get very complicated very quickly. Of vitriol verbose, the cut and thrust, keep time with faith's own machinations grave, but whose deft footwork leads to naught but dust. While from its brutal finish none can save, this play the puppet master granted me, through murky stalls, a path obligingly. The great puppet master has Vect himself invited you to this chamber? No matter, you may be our guest, Arabenian, but you are merely a spectator in this performance, and spectators do not belong on the stage. As you undoubtedly know, do not interfere. A shadow in the shadows I will be.
Heresy's the question.
Said.
Fire is the answer.
Before we sent to Harlequin, I'm surprised that was the easier test. Say about Vect, too. I feel like Vect would be a lot easier than the Harlequins, honestly, but... I'll just keep listening for now. Marazai Zirish, considering the circumstances, the Council finds Archon Iremiris, Archon to A and Y, the blade of your throat cut through the shadowy veil concealing her transgressions. However, how dare you insult the Council with such a pathetic complaint? You could have ripped Ivremesi's heart out with your own hands and granted her soul to Vect, if you wanted to atone for the mistake of the raving tempest. Raving? Aye. Marazai's eyes widen, filled with astonishment and disbelief. He seems to have been certain of the outcome and did not expect what he was hearing now. My God, Dark Eldar, you've been betrayed? How very shocky-wocky. To contradict my decision is to contradict the decision of Vect himself. Fool! Allow me to discipline you for your weakness. Today the Drakon will lose his wings and plunge to the very bottom of the chasm. You will go to the arena to atone for your mistakes and impertinence alongside the rabble you have dragged to Comorog. If you are a true Draken, you will rise again. If you do not, your suffering will satiate the worthy. Lay down your weapons and follow the guards. I will let you keep what little dignity you have left. This is my final gift to you, Marazai. Well, shit. I was betrayed by the Dark Eldar. Darn. Let us return to you, Ivremeris. I know... What the... I'm very confused by the presence of a Harlequin here. Like, that's not normal. Like, Harlequins are accepted in both Craftworld and in Comorog because they are literally the representatives of gods. But still. Oh. The chat stopped updating there. I'm sorry, I missed Mr. Chat. Not fair, says the Dark Eldar smirked smugly at his corpulent query, quivered, attempting escape. My love, why? The trader wobbled fatly. What about all our time together? It looked distant and shuddered. Jonathan Smith, Cassie, leave in. How is amount for and against? So to leave Cassie in the torture device is 53 for and $96 against for leaving Cassie in the torture device. That is 53 for leaving her, 93 against. And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity the spire ascends. The thief and traitor cast downward by her hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead unseen, a player green. Is this how you treat the hospitality of Commorog, Arbenian? I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting the trial again. You, Archon, speak a just rebuke. In truth, fate's melodies in snarls fantastic have entrapped me here. When I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits to rise. The laugh with no beginning now sends forth the call. Why did you hit me? He was the one... That guy over there is acting all asshole-like. Hit the prisoner again. Let me guess. Am I going to go to the arena too? The world is an impenetrable haze of warm pain. You lie motionless. No, you rest. In the murky gloom, slowly dissolving into nothingness. Sometimes your repose is troubled by unpleasant and persistent tremors coming from the place where your legs used to be. You do best to ignore them. Away, you vultures. This is not your prey. From this Phantasmagoria. That was a video game. You don't want to know. Trust me. You do not want to know. Retreat and deftly seize my merchant vagabond. The puppet master's strings left dangling. Again rise up to take your place and dance. Kneel and help me to rise. Yes, let's sass a fucking troop master, shall we? Why not? Let your hauteur a steady crutch become, and vanity its elbow offer up. Every inch of your body is suffering. Well, that's unfortunate. What am I? Amongst the shadows and the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet master's strings. My companions? Not here. The roles have been decided now, but if you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together. What to your doom? This overture in verse, the final lines, the merchant's time to tread the board has come. Embark you now upon your pilgrimage, and take my parting gifts a humble prop. Rise. Gather your strength and simply rise. Iconoclast or dogmatic? Dogmatic, definitely. The God Emperor will see me through this fetid abattoir. Oh, my spleen.
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone. I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
My spleen is feeling rather spleeny.
Follow my lead. What in the world? That didn't go as I'd hoped.
They leave me with my guns. They didn't, but they left me with the... They did leave me with a pistol. Alright, well, thanks for that, I guess. If you surrender and lie down, your lungs will stop burning. I don't know about that.
I rise to the occasion.
Mortiki. Lost contact with the flagship. You don't say.
What in the world? I'll lay claim to the stars.
Unfortunately, Rogue Trader, you are not capable of phoning home right now. And your body feels surprisingly light. Well, that's not a good sign. I feel like I should find some medkits soon.
This cannot be.
Otherwise, this could be very unfortunate very quickly.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I know, video game. Calm down now. I am in pain. I understand. I just don't care.
It's about time. I tire of idleness. Let's
I
move.
don't know about that. I think I'm going to explore this place a bit more before I
Follow
step into
my
the portal.
lead.
As I have a sneaking suspicion I know where the portal leads. And I'd prefer to have more than a fucking revolver when I get there.
You'll suffer exquisitely.
Just goes back to looting.
Excellence matters.
Right, where did that
None
bring
shall
me?
stand in my way.
Uh-oh. Any of you gonna try and eat me if I, you know, come over there?
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
Victory awaits.
Oh. Not yet, at least. Okay, so that got me... That got me around them. Liquefy grenade. Wear-resistant boots. Incubus blade armor. I know. Alright, I'll get the boots, I guess, and the hand grenades. Why not? Are you patrolling?
Smite the Xenos.
I'll adorn myself with your flayed skin.
This could be what we call a problem. Yes, this could almost certainly be what we refer to as an issue. As, I'm not very good at melee. Oh, there's two of you. Of course there is.
All too easy.
Right, here, have a hand egg.
I don't have time for this.
I feel like running away.
Nothing I can't do.
Alright, temporary wounds.
Bow to me.
Enjoy
Yeah,
your
I don't
luck
know
when
if this is
I
going to
feel
work out very
right.
well. Ooh, definitely not. Okay.
You'll regret this.
Did you really give me... Oh, goddamn. Oh, goddamn. No. Oh, fine, I'll reload. I forget that this game is really retarded when it comes to hand grenades, and you've got to put each individual hand grenade in your inventory. Lurker says, kill beggars and use stims to heal. Kill beggars. Oh, I saved before that.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Wait. I need to be sneaky about this. Wait, can you sneak? I feel like there was a sneak button in this video game at some point. Never mind, it's fine. I can just run past. Yay.
A
and
new
run
challenge
back
for
past.
me?
See? Easy peasy. Yes, 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 yes.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I feel like there was a sneak button in this game, but I have no idea where it is at this point. If I hand grenade you to the pit.
Follow my lead.
Okay, let's see what the pit has in store. Shrieker. Game, I know, but this is just annoying.
It's about
you
time.
must understand.
Doubt is for the weak.
Malice's servant. Malice. Alright, well, let's see if they eat me. The den you have found yourself in is filled with heady smoke, and the walls are lined with living shadows. Center of attention is a snake like Xenos. He is engaged in conversation with a pale, harried-looking Drukhari and pays you no mind, much like everyone else in here. You've heard of this breed of Xenos, the Slith. These creatures can often be found in the entourages of powerful Drakari lords, where they serve as bodyguards and champions. They are just as depraved and vicious as their masters, but theirs is a more primitive intellect, and they are driven by baser needs. Survey the room. Everyone gathered here is armed. They all bear scars, and some even have fresh wounds. You notice a few humans amongst the Xenos. They clamour in a mishmash of tongues, and their laughter rings with lunacy and bloodlust. The air is thick with all-pervading sense of doom. Your trained eye does not fail to notice that virtually everyone in this place is under the influence of some substance or other, and powerful ones at that. It seems you have wound up in a narcotics den. The leader of the gang is powerfully built. Address the leader. Sounds like a bad idea, but okay. Snake-like Xenos either fails to notice you're present or is simply ignoring you. Well, good. Your iridescent eyelid membrane slide over his eyes, momentarily shutting them, no doubt a telling look among his kind. Malice's servant. Malice wants you to disappear, pathetic whelp. I require I'm wounded. Lovely day having, isn't it? Not for you by the looks of it. I knew he would appreciate a bit of humour. Yeah, I could use the services of a healer. So we'll go and look for them elsewhere. But, why? You are Malice, I take it? I am Malice. You are an inconvenience. Get lost, or you'll find out how Malice deals with inconveniences, humanling. Yeah, I'm not gonna really push that.
None shall stand in my way. I'm always ready.
It seems silly. Oh, that's a nice chair.
A new challenge for me?
And somehow I just don't think he cares about me needing help. I really don't think he gives a shit. Oh, can I not go over there?
I won't tolerate weakness.
Alright, all the way then. Examine the gladiator
I rise
wounds.
to the occasion.
Tear out the gladiator's augmetics. Okie dokie then. Right. Thank you. Veterans elect to graft. You can see the veteran status.
Absolutely not. I'll pass.
To direct to combat machinery.
Victory awaits.
Okay. Is there conveniently an auto gun here somewhere, maybe? A sentinel power lifter, perhaps? You know, something like that?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Lehman Russ battle tank? Alright, well, I'm not entirely sure what the point of this place is.
It's about
Hey, I fixed your
time.
light. The convector has been repaired. Help me. Oh, okay. Why should I? Convector's fixed already. What's the point of me helping you? I know. You'll come to the floor of the darkness and the alien expression line permanently envelops your vision once more. Malice threw the drumbeat of heart. Fine. Patch up the humanling. It's proven to be more useful than the rest of you put together. It's like, Massa, I fixed your light. Help. It's like, I guess. Sensation slowly returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you're no longer on the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clamps, and your throat is pocked with injector tracks, as though you have been wearing a neck pillow of needles. The one who rendered this first aid to you was certainly not a qualified surgeon, someone who would typically be permitted to minister to the person of the illustrious rogue trader. It looks like you're back with us. I don't know whether to offer my congratulations or commiserations. Second one, mostly. 3, I think. I owe you. Straight to business. I like it. You truly do owe me, but we will discuss that when you are no longer lying on the floor like a scrap of dead meat. Please, no sexual favors, sir. Since you stand up, you're seized by a strange sense of unreality. It is as if you are still there in the wicked darkness, and everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubts seep into your mind like a poison, sundering its contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold on to the thoughts that you are here. What, is your mind maggot giving you trouble? I saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub it was, with lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan, and that means its poison is especially toxic. You'll lose touch with reality from time to time, and when the mind maggot dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all, and then your heart will just stop beating. Well, that's quite nasty. I could have pulled that thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider it a guarantee of your gratitude towards me. When you've earned your healing, I'll release you from it. Or you can reject my generous offer and look for help elsewhere. Have you heard about that humanling that has always been hanging around the gate to the anatomical opera, gasping for breath and begging the homunculus to save her? She can't breathe normally, even when the way she says her name is funny, Hedari, as if she's about to suffocate. What is a mind man? What do you want from me? Kill for me. Go into the mangled sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind, and spill his gut for me. Do that and you will earn my favor, and in the chasm that counts for a lot. The mangled sector? Enough a name. It is an off-putting place. It is the base of the spire in which we live. Comrog is stitched together from scraps of various dimensions, and in the mangled sector the seams are starting to rip. Space is collapsing in and of itself, and entropic radiation is off the scale, spawning all kinds of abominations, and the sector itself is slowly but surely turning into nothing. You'd have to be insane to set foot in a place like that, insane or an outcast like the Commissar, hiding from the hunt. Or you. I would like a bigger gun. Prove that you're useful first, do this, and Mals will see that you have decent toys to play with, but not before. In the meantime, you can pick something out of the junk pile. Alright then. Bring me his head, and in exchange I will share my toys with you. They make surviving in Comrog possible.
Follow my lead.
The junk pile. Did you refer to anything specific, or gladiator's pile? Oh, well, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I'll just grab all of it, I guess. Yes.
None shall
Developers.
stand in my way.
I get what you've already told me what you're doing. You don't need to pause every 10 seconds to be like, ow, you're in pain. I know. It's just annoying. Stop it. I'll hurt you. Alright. Oh, goods. Ah, Xenos merchandise. What? Oh, I clicked something.
I won't tolerate weakness.
I was getting confused there for a moment. Yes, video game. The Eldari runs a hand over her face before turning to you. Her pale skin is tightly stretched over the bones of her skull, her eyes have lost their glimmer, and her neck is stooped under an unseen burden. And yet you still recognize her. Irlet Lanaeves, your former companion, the reason for your imprisonment within these dark walls. Elantark. What's going on here? Stop back, Elantark. You have suffered enough. Did the monkey came for a taste of pain? Then you must have patience. Our little guest still has so much suffering to extract from her first victim. Your prey is far from empty, Irlet. Do not hold back. The suffering overwhelms me. No more account. Irlet grips the blade in her hand and immediately winches. And trying to turn her into a Drukhari, are they? Ooh. Irlet is my... Yes! Continue the bestiality questline. Yes. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. The Drukhari is too enthralled by the victim's torture to react in time. The blade goes through his throat and the Xenos collapses with a visceral wheeze. His kin move to draw their weapons but freeze, transfixed by the sight of their brother thrashing in agony. From the Dark One's toy to a monkey's property. My path shows no mercy, Alantak. Tell me, will your heart find the strength and resolve to forgive me, to allow me to share the path with you once more? Well, Irelet, it is going to require some serious concessions from you, but I think we can find a place for you in my entourage once more. Good. No final forgiveness. Kill Irelet. A taste of hope before death is a traitor's just reward. I like it. I like it. Good. It's not bad, but I don't want to be alone down here, and Irelet can shoot things. I forgive you. Now let me go find some Cheetos dust. Ilantek, your generosity both shames and sublimes me, for its light carries my soul over the grim of my own deeds. And now let us walk away from this nightmare that sink their stings into the darkest recesses of my ravaged soul. Now the Dark Eldar just kind of simply leave. Right, were you carrying anything cute? No, not really. Right, well, I have a knife now. I can even use that. Yay! Did he have a splint pistol by chance? Of course not. Why would he have a splint pistol? That'd be far too fucking useful. Right, Irelet. Luckily, they've still got a shuriken catapult and a long rifle. Really, they let you keep your guns. Why don't they let me keep mine? Jesus. A little bit fucking racist, don't you think?
Challenge for me.
Actually, if I'll take the shotgun. A heavy stubber, okay. Appealing, but
I'll lay claim to the stars.
not really quite my style or speed
I
immediately.
have failed my kin.
Alright, that was a new area.
awaits.
But there were more loot in the previous area, so let me do a quick little bit of backtracking, and there we go. Loot indeed. Give me, give me, give me. God, yes, I know.
I have learned much in my exile.
Just a shotgun, well. Explosives. That sounds like it would be useful.
Done.
Wow, all of these Drukhari trophies are going to be really useful when I get back to my
shall
ship.
stand in my way.
Ilantak, how are you going to carry all of that? Thank you for asking, Irelet. Is that a backpack I spy on your shoulders?
Follow my lead.
You're no better at searching.
I knew I brought you here for a reason, Irelet. Lift
It's
to the
about time.
mangled sector. Well, that is where I was going. So, Irelet, have you considered what my forgiveness will cost you yet? I think we're gonna...
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Well, that was sudden. Thank you. Because you know, Irelet, that thing in my dreams that you found so disgusting, oh, that is the least of your worry after this.
Weakness.
Yes, drugging me, sending me into a den of vile Dark Eldar who explore my holes in all manners of terrifying ways. I think you will require some pretty serious obedience training after this, and I truly do mean that. Well, the snake demon did indeed have a point. This place does seem like it's falling apart somewhat.
victory awaits.
Oh, hey, Argenta! Rogue Trader, the God Emperor did not forsake his chosen one. I prayed that our paths would cross once more. Rogue Trader, why is that creature standing beside you? Why has the treacherous Xenos not yet suffered retribution for her trickery? I remember what her accursed kin said when stepped into that trap. Do you, His Supreme Glorious Greatness, her Arch of Terror, have you forgotten that she betrayed us? Itet will strive to redeem herself in my eyes, like the good pet she now is. You're harboring a snake, His Supreme Glorious Greatness, her Arch of Terror. Well, when you put it like that, you will have to sleep... Argenta, stop. I'm already thinking a little bit too much about this, okay? With one eye open, for you will find no rest as long as this monster lives. There's a lot of innuendo in that sentence. Your judgment have no weight before the Alantak's will. Do not waste your breath on attempts to intimidate or insult me. Your words are like picked leaves that the wind throws against the cliffs. You truly aren't worth the breath I have wasted on words. Your arrival is timely indeed. With the Emperor's chosen on our side, we can come out of hiding and exact vengeance upon the enemies of humanity. But I shouldn't take up your time. Speak instead to the Commissar. Uh-oh. The one who leads these valiant souls, he will tell you everything you need to know. So, let me guess, Argenta. This is the Resistance, right? I found them, soldiers of the Imperium, as she beams with pride. Who were taken to this den of misery and despair, scattered across this vast chasm. They were condemned to suffer for the amusement of the enemies of humanity, but the beasts were wrong in thinking we would resign ourselves to our fate. I share my faith in the future with them, the future that we will claim in his name with our lips. In his name upon our lips, with our lips. Yeah. I had a sneaking supposition that the Commissar was probably fomenting rebellion down here in the hard-to-reach reaches of Commorog. Now, rebellion is a strong term for what is undoubtedly going to be 24 individuals against the city of billions of Dark Eldar, but, you know, you get the general idea. Who is this Commissar you speak of? A loyal servant of the Emperor who has not lost the will to fight, even in this impenetrable gloom. He has mustered a resistance, everyone who can hold a weapon, and refuses to accept the fate of a toy in the clutches of vile Xenos. The dweller of these dungeons are myriad, and most are lacking in soul, courage, or willpower. The Commissar and his associates seek out the true champions of the Imperium among them, and prepare those people for the battle against the Xenos. Providence itself has brought me here. I assisted the Commissar in his search in hopes of finding you among the captives. I devoted myself to helping the faithful, yet frail, pluck up their strength and guiding the able, yet desperate towards hope. And my efforts have already borne fruit. 2 squads have gone on scouting missions to discover a safe passage out of Commorog. Good luck with that. There is no safe way out of Commorog. You are lying to yourself and to these poor people. Wherever you send them, the Dark City holds only death and misery for Monkey. Poisonous words cannot break my spirit, my faith, Xenos. I would rather die fighting evil than surrender. And die fighting you will. You will join me, will you not? I have served the Resistance for as long as I could. My duty to these people is done. It is high time I rejoined you and pursued my original mission. But first, allow me to offer a few final words of guidance to my flock. Servants of the Emperor, children of humanity, be strong in your resolve and pure in your faith, for our deliverance is at hand. Steel your hearts, for the great trial lies ahead of us, but the reward for passing it is freedom. Freedom. Well, death, honestly. It's death. It's death. It's death if you're lucky, torture if you're not. You're all fucked. You're literally all fucked. Literally every last single solitary one.
None shall stand in my way.
But I suppose I shan't be churlish enough to go and point that out. That'd be a little bit mean. Very subtle.
Follow my lead.
I see the peaked cap and I'm like, oh, well, there you go. Retrieve the safe. Athletic 35. It's time for save scumming!
Duty prevails.
Oh, never mind. Thank you, Argenta.
Did
What
you
in the
hope
world?
to see an
Have been
Azariani
accomplished
fail?
easily.
Hold on. hold on. This is fine.
Kill more fails.
Excellence matters.
There we go.
It's about time.
Right on, Genta. I have a heavy stabber for you. Here. Kawaii desu ne. Stabilizing gauntlets, that's useful. Hot on the trail, I don't even know what that is, but it sounds Yui. Lawbringer, oh, not bad. We might need to improvise a little bit, so you might as well take that. Do you have armor? You don't, and you can't wear any either, so, well, too bad for you, I suppose. Xenopasm grenade? 1 to 40 piercing damage. Okay, well, you're likely to be closest to the enemy, so I guess you get the Xenospasm grenades. The spaz grenades.
A new challenge for me?
Right. Well. What are we? Oh no, like 21, God knows. I'm gonna cut it a bit short today, because for some reason I am fucking hungry, and I don't know why. I ate dinner today and everything, and yet here I am, sitting, my stomach growling. And even my bun does not matter. My little bun. We'll do a second Rogue Trader stream this week to make up for the shorter stream today. And plus, I like this as a stopping point, because I kind of like this whole, like, throw you into Komarog thing. Giving you, like, lots of derpy, dumb little weapons and kind of asking you to improvise. I like this. This is kind of cool. Like, they take away all of your cool shit, they give you some dumb shit. It's like, okay, now what? You've gotten so used to carrying around your relic fucking plasma rifle and all of your hand grenades and all of your automatic shit and your blessed heavy bolter and power armor. Now what? I like it. I like it. And it seems like we get to play some power structures up against each other as well. We might need to do, like, a vote on whether we side with the Commissar or the evil Xenos. I'm leaning towards the Commissar, though I imagine Argenta is leaning even more heavily towards the Commissar and might try to shoot me if I go the other way around. Your inner Dev is desperate to get out. Yes, that's what the rumbling in the stomach is. It's Dev scraping at the lining of the walls. Like, please, let out. Haven't eaten in 5 minutes. Thank you very much for watching, chat, and for your generous donations. Did I mention anything tonight? No, I didn't. Good. I was worried there for the chat just randomly stopped updating. And I hope to see you all again soon with some more Rogue Trader once I've gotten a nice big fat, pizza. Pizza is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to just shove an entire pizza inside of me. That'll fuel me well for an entire nice long Rogue Trader stream. Have a good day, chat.